Hi, my name's Mike. Today I thought we'll look at defoliating trees to build ramification. Now this is one of my maples that's been growing pretty strongly this year. It hasn't been repotted this year, it's been repotted last year. It's been pinched at the beginning of the season, so I've reduced the terminal shoots as they were pushing, and I'm now ready to build a bit more ramification into the branches. So defoliating is a good way of doing that, and it helps to keep the foliage small. I think there's maybe just a word of caution. Defoliation of trees will weaken the tree for a little time after the defoliation is done. So it's not really suitable for trees that you want to put on a lot of growth. So if you want to thicken branches or thicken the trunk, I would not recommend to defoliate your trees. Let them grow, let the shoots grow long, and then take them back a bit later in the year to gain maximum bulk and to give you good root growth. The trunk and the branching is pretty much established on this tree, so for me really the purpose is to build the ramification of the trees and to decrease the leaf size. What I'm using is just an ordinary pair of scissors that are very sharp, and I've disinfected with white spirit because we're going to be making a lot of cuts here, and I don't want to risk introducing any bacteria or any fungal diseases into the tree. Okay, the basic procedure is really very simple. What we're trying to do is remove the leaves from the tree without damaging the buds that sit in the leaf axils here. So the best way of doing that is cut the leaf just below the leaf and leave the little leaf stalk or petiole intact. So if this will protect and keep the moisture for the little bud to be developed in that leaf axil, and help that to develop. This will dry and fall off as the new leaves is for now. As you can see, I'm individually taking off the leaves. It helps to work methodically. I'll generally work from the top down, but it's down to preference as to how you feel comfortable in doing that. That's the tree completely defoliated. Now, for the purposes of this video, I've left a couple of things just to point out to you. While the tree is in front of you in its full nakedness, you can see a couple of things that have happened through the growing period. One is there'll be some long shoots that have grown, like this one. I've left the leaves on that purposely just to show how that happens. Now something like that you would have to take back into the origin, because A, this is going to sap a lot of energy out of that branch, and secondly, with it growing directly upwards, it's not going to do anything for the structure, so I will take that straight back. Also, you'll see at the bottom of the tree some shoots that are growing back in towards the tree, and some congestion in the top here, so I'll bring the camera in a bit closer for you to see. Here we have that long shoot that was growing directly upwards, so I'm going to take that back to its origin and just snip that off a couple of centimetres above the origin, because hopefully that will shoot. Then here I've got a branch that's developed, that's growing within the parameters of the branch, but has developed a long internode just here. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, so again I'll take that back. Then down here we've got some superfluous shoots really. This is opposing another branch that's growing there, so again I'll take that back to origin and pinch out any of the bits that I don't really necessarily need there. Again, here's a branch that's growing backwards. Again, take that back, and there is some long internodes here that I'm going to take back to origin, and also look at the directionality of the growth. Again, here's another example of a long internode that's coming out, so I shall just again snip that off, and that gives me a bit more definition to the branch areas. So I'll work my way around this tree now to sort of get rid of those. The other areas that I need to tackle are areas where the branches have produced more than one shoot, or where there's crossing areas. So I've got a branch that's rubbing into another branch, so I'll take that back, just to give me a bit of openness there. Now on the front here, you see there's multiple shoots that come in from this branch here, so I need to decide which one of those I want to keep. So the ones that I generally keep are the ones with the shortest internode. Again, here we have a branch with a long internode, which I don't want, so I'll take that back. There is a small set of buds that you can see just there, that will produce the new leaves after it's been trimmed. And again, at the front here, I've got shoots that have produced more than a fork, so I really don't want more than two. So I'll take those back to origin, and that will give me a bit more tidiness in there. And as I said, just working along now the branch, cutting them back to the shortest internodes, and making sure that I eliminate any branches that are rubbing against each other. And as you see, there's quite a few of those that have grown sort of from the centre outwards with very long internodes, and I shall just take those. There's a clear branch here that's growing back in towards the tree. Again, I'll just take that off. Okay, going further up into the tree now. With trees generally being apically dominant, you will find that there's a lot of congestion that's going to happen in the top here. As you can see, there's multiple shoots coming out of this branch at the top. I'll just take all of those out, because it'll allow the airflow to be a bit better within there, and stops any congestion happening. That'll sort of take the lights away from the shoots that you really want to develop within that top area. Again, any long internodes I generally eliminate by just cutting back to the shortest internode that there is. Okay, that's about as far as I want to take that with this tree today. Defoliation is now complete. Now the tree is now going into a sunny spot, and I'm going to have to control how much water I give this tree, because obviously there's no transpiration through the leaves, and what I want to avoid is to keep the soil too wet. So if a lot of rain's forecast, I'll move it into a shelter, probably into the greenhouse as it stands, but obviously it needs a lot of light. The more light the better, to help these buds on the inside of the tree to develop. And I shall propose to follow up on this tree as it comes back into leaf, so you can see the final result. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed that, and hopefully we'll see you again. Thanks then, and bye.